Hi, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as J-Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It.
Okay, I was wondering if you...
I forgot myself. I forgot who I was, and this is episode 200.
200!
Woot 200.
What?
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yep. I think the next mental milestone for me would be if we had one for every day of the year. That would be a lot.
Oh, 365?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we gotta get to 300 before we have to
I
worry
know.
about that.
I know. I'm just saying. That's almost double what we got now, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Whew.
And this has already been...
And we've talked about it 20 million times that we're almost at 200, so...
Now we're here, we can stop talking about it.
I know, right? Let's have a little party. No more talking about 200 episodes. Yeah, so if you've noticed my appearance is a little different, I have a little bit of pink eye / something going on with my eyes recently, so I'm wearing glasses. I wear glasses in the evening sometimes. I know you've probably not seen me wearing glasses all that often.
Anytime we travel.
Yeah, that's true.
It's about the only time.
Yep. So, not out of the ordinary in the realm of the people that see me in my pajamas, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, this is the first time I've worn them on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Today I wore them to work, and it was the first time I've worn them to work in a very, very long time. Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Did you have a good week? Now that it's only been a week since we last podcasted.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Birthday party
is coming up.
Okay.
And
I saw a birthday present was selected. So
yeah, it's already planned, and her birthday is Friday.
Okay.
So we have that going on. She'll probably do a special dinner. She hasn't picked it yet. And then I got some of her remaining presents in the mail, so just 2 smaller things that she can unwrap.
Fun.
And we're pretty excited about that.
And she's going to be 8, correct?
Yes. The big 8.
Big 8.
You know, we had somebody turn double digits, so,
That's true.
she was a little cranky during his birthday. I will say.
Yeah.
But now it's her turn, and she's all smiles. We're getting, we're going bowling on Saturday. Getting a big cookie with some frosting on it.
It's fun when they have thoughts about what they want.
I mean, I threw out a couple different ideas, and I'm sure she would have been up for any of them. And I asked her a couple different questions about it, and bowling seemed good. She got to go to one at a movie theater last weekend, and that was a lot longer time frame than I thought it was going to be. So she was at that one for almost 3 hours.
Wow. What movie did they see?
Chipmunk movie, The Road Chip. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Road Chip. She thought it was funny, and was telling me about it. My son is addicted to The Land of Stories, which is from Chris from Glee.
Chris Colfer?
Yeah.
I instantly thought of his Instagram name, which is His Royal Highness.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Anyway.
Well, I've read the first one and started the second one, and they are pretty good. And he likes them a lot.
They're bestsellers.
Yeah.
So
there is a reason behind them.
Yeah.
And what else? I don't know. I accidentally went to a beginner CrossFit class and got all sorts of crap for doing so. Because they started a new beginner class, and it just happened to overlap my Tuesday time that I normally go. And I wasn't thinking about when that was going to start. Went to my normal class and went, there is a lot of people here, which isn't normal. And it was everybody who was looking to start some CrossFit, and so I got to like participate in that, and it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I got to push myself too, so it wasn't an easy class. Just had a lot of instruction
Mm-hmm.
before things happened, and yeah, I don't know. Got back into the normal stuff and want to go again tomorrow, but I was mentioning to Megan I had some work dumped on me at the last minute, and it made me boo-hoo.
Mm-hmm.
And so tomorrow is going to be kind of stressful, and I will not think about that right now.
Yes, let's be happy.
Yes, we got some singing to do.
Yeah, I had a good birthday. Thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. It was kind of a low-key day. We didn't know whether or not we'd be at home with Quentin with the pink eye. And he ended up being able to go, and we just did all kinds of things that I enjoy. Like I got to sit at home and drink coffee and knit, and then we went on a run because it was actually like almost 30 degrees. It was like tropical compared to what it's been lately last Thursday. Went out to eat, had the opportunity to, and I know this sounds like it shouldn't be a great birthday event, but go to the appliance store and pick out a new dryer without the kids. Like we went and bought our dishwasher and our stove / double oven last year with them there, and it was just so stressful. Like, don't touch that, you're gonna break that, don't stop it, you know. And so to just go, and like my husband is one of his best traits. He has many good traits, but one of his best traits is he does a lot of research. So we knew that, you know, what one had the best Energy Star rating and what one had the bells and whistles that we wanted, but didn't have the bells and whistles that we didn't want to pay extra for because we would use it like twice a year. Like sanitize. I don't know that I'll ever use my dryer to sanitize something. Maybe you would. You know, if you had stuffed animals with lice or whatever. But so yeah, we went in, told them the exact one we wanted to get, looked at it, told them which orientation the door is, and yeah, away we went. It was nice. And it was in the middle of a work day because he had taken the day off to spend with me on Thursday, which was my birthday. And so, you know, though it wasn't like we were waiting on anybody. It was nice. Everywhere we went, it was like everybody else is at work. So that was nice. Can I say nice anymore? It was nice. It was nice.
It was super nice.
Super nice. And then, yeah, this weekend Corey came and gave me my own hero.
Yeah.
And it's an MCN.
Oh.
Yeah. Sun Valley MCN. You really like your MCN. What is it? The
Pont Neuf.
That's right. That beautiful pink.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a nice, and it's warm. Like it was super cold when she was here, and I was like, this is nice. I have a tank top on underneath, and I'm still kind of like,
yeah. That's the one thing. I mean, my Pont Neuf has lace in it, and I know how warm that thing is.
It's got a nice turned hem, which I don't know that I've ever had that on a sweater, like with the ribbing on one side and then on the other. I think I've just had it be flat knitting on both sides. So that's kind of nice. And so very my colors. This green is so very my colors, and then the nice pop of blue at the top. And super excited. And then I also got a pull me over, and this isn't an MCN as well. So Susan knit me this, and it's perfect for leggings.
Oh, good.
I've been looking for like longer tops because I have those leggings, my sweet legs. And I got some boots so that I could. Apparently, I have a lot of requirements to be able to wear leggings.
Yep.
You can't just pop those puppies on. You gotta have the perfect set of boots. You gotta have the perfect, so this is really nice, and it draws a nice line because you can kind of see the ribbing and then the waist increases and decreases, and but again, a very warm, because this is some, I can't remember what it is, MCN, super warm, but you could wear this with just a tank top underneath or some long sleeves, and it's like they know that I like green. So yeah, I had 2 sweaters come into my life that I didn't knit. How does that happen? I don't know.
It's making my gift look bad. I can tell you that.
I did knit them sweaters, so I guess a little bit of this for that, tit for tat. I don't know why. I don't like saying that.
I know.
I don't know why. I should look up the origin.
Yeah.
Like, is it naughty, tit for tat?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't like it.
You gotta think of another word. I saw that Auricula.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah. This for that. Disordat. I saw that Auricula posted out on Auricula 82. Josh Brown posted out on Instagram that he had some ideas for selfish knitting.
Oh yes, I saw those.
Yeah.
Can't remember them.
Yeah, like knitting for your favorite person, or it still sounded kind of selfish. I'm looking for something that doesn't mean that you're being selfish. You're just like producing a garment or item for you to wear. Anyway, still looking for the right word for that. And then add to that, as I'm sending out the bat signal, this for that, or tit for tat.
Yes.
All right, ramble. We drew for the All-Stars, so we are ready to reveal the Two Sisters Yarn Co. I contacted them and said I'd really like a 12 striper, and the idea that I came up with was to have it be the birthstones, because there's 12 months in a year. I really like jewel tones in general, and so birthstones are generally jewel tones, and so that sounded really fun. And so she named it It's Zombody's Birthday, because if you did every month is represented, it's got to be Zombody's birthday. And I've started a SKU because I'm stuck on repeat. I'm deja queuing SKUs here, and so you can kind of see. I was telling Amy, a little reminiscent to me of like the Mind the Gap. Like the colors are harmonious but discordant. Like if you just randomly grabbed 2, you would be like, oh, those don't go together. But I like how she blended them. And so here, I'll do it from the bottom up. So this is garnet. This is amethyst. This is aquamarine. This is diamond. This is emerald. This is why can't I remember it's on the thing. Alexandrite is June. So sorry if your birthday's in June. I just skipped yours. Ruby, peridot, sapphire, pink tourmaline, topaz, and zircon for December. So 12 striper. Amy's got a skein. I've obviously got a skein. And the winner of the self-striping all-stars, we drew for that. So if you are not the winner and you are interested in grabbing a skein, they're having an update on February 5th, and you can go out and get it. It's on their Big Sky base. I don't know how many she's going to have, so if you really want it, make sure you update it and put it on your calendar that they've got an update coming. But I think it's really pretty. I really like it. I'm really liking how it knits up, and I really like it in the skein. Super pretty. So there were 62 people that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 entries, and we drew, and random number generator gave us number 32. That is Christy Red Raider. And we went out and I counted her 12, which is what inspired the song. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Christy, contact me and you can have some matching socks or matching item with Amy and I.
Yeah.
So, and
I'm excited for them.
I know, right?
I haven't used my Mind the Gap, so I haven't used so many.
So are you
of
going
my
to hoard or are you going to knit?
I don't know. I have a lot of socks on the needle.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Are you going to savor or are you going to ravish?
I will probably have to wait, but yeah, you will see. Just my My alpaca is getting warm.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about you will see as far as that you maybe passed
Oh.
on some new socks.
No.
It's like, what?
No. I bought some more yarn.
Ooh, I see. Oh, yeah, I've got you beat.
Oh, okay,
Hands
good.
down.
Okay, good.
Hands down.
Thank
you.
you.
You can feel so virtuous, Amy.
Okay.
I had
sounds good.
10 skeins sent.
Oh, that's right. I knew that was coming though.
And this, and it was like, it was just like a avalanche of yarn, and I may have rolled around in it a little bit. I don't know, I just get in these like kicks where I'm like super about buying yarn, and then I'll go for a while where I'm not. Does anybody else have this? It's like almost like a binge thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Well, right now I'm feeling very content, and I didn't need any of this stuff, but, like, to me it was like, ooh, it's a deal. And then I was like, well, not really. I mean, I could probably just wait, pay a few extra dollars more for these things. I want them now! It's like, eh.
So yes, Christy, contact me.
Yeah.
And congratulations to the 62, 60, I'll go with 61 because I saw that Diane she said she didn't get in.
That's right.
Yeah. But
It's probably not the only one.
you can congratulate yourself with the yarn. Everyone's a winner here.
Yeah.
Everyone's a winner here. I'm a little punchy.
Yes, a little. She's been this way since I got in. And I was kind of in a down mood, so by the end of this, she'll get me up there.
I'm getting her up there. One song singing at a time.
Yes.
And that's all we had for Administrati.
Yes. Woohoo.
Yes.
We're gonna.
So, yep, you've got the hat strong that we can talk about
Yeah.
again through Imperial Yarn.
So I will.
Woo, look at that.
Segue into finished objects. See, big. This is like a two Megan's heads hat. Yeah, it's big. But the brim fits me in that so slouchy way.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah. So I would be, like I said, careful when you're casting on for the brim. But this is the exact kit that we have, the blue and the white,
Mm-hmm.
and to give away. We've had quite a few entries, and people have been looking at what kits would appeal to them,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going well.
Mm-hmm.
And
I like it.
yeah. And then I guess this is my only FO, but I have also been doing things for my mom, and she's been sending me things, and it's like, expect a lot of knit and purl bags over in her shop. She's excited to get those going, and so like swatches and stuff that I've been sending her.
Mm-hmm. It's a fun mixture of her two hobbies, right?
Yes,
Photography.
photography.
Yeah. She used to mix the two hobbies by making a lot of sewing a lot of camera bags, right?
Yes.
And now this is a
and you
new
can still
way.
custom order a camera bag from her. She really likes the style that she came up with, and yeah, I can't imagine that fitting you. It's so big.
You know what I could do? Is I could smuggle yarn.
She could smuggle yarn.
Smuggle yarn across the border in this hat.
Oh yeah,
And then it fits just perfect.
Yeah. Just got a little extra in your hat.
Or I could just put my knitting project in it. It would be like a bag, a knitting bag. I'm
your
knitting
head.
my deep dumpling now, but yeah, the needles I would be a little worried about. So maybe you stick those in the yarn and then you just wear your.
Okay, that looks a little silly. More than a little silly.
Can you see the stuff at the inside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can't see it, but it's a big giant lump on the top of your head, like somebody conked you with a conical mallet.
And then you can just sit down and knit it. And put it back in. Have you ever had that thought? Like I'm kind of
See, in the back it doesn't look so bad. It looks like you have like a big ponytail or something.
like Princess Leia.
Yes, exactly. Like
With
you have
the buns that move to the back. Have you ever had that survivalist thought? Like, what would I do if my card broke down and it was really cold? And I always think about I would probably take my yarn and if I didn't have to wrap it around me and stuff for warmth. I don't know why. But that just came to mind. I guess if
I
you
never have a whole lot with me to keep myself warm.
I used to carry around sweaters because they were the only thing that I was knitting at the
Right.
time. But now I've got socks. Excuse me, socks that go with me.
The But that's the only thing I finished because I've been focusing on 2 things and 2 things only this past week. So
push it real good.
Yeah. The booty is still high.
Okay, I finished some SKUs. I am deja queuing all of the SKUs. I made nothing but SKUs as far as socks until the Bacon Fairy sent me these pretty green a while ago.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about their deja Q out there, so
cool.
Continue to do that. That's really fun to see, like, the things that you've knit more than once, or the thing that you're like, I knit this and I love it so much, I'm going to make one for me and one for this person, and
tried and true patterns right there.
They're going to deja Q it up. So yeah, tried and true patterns, so you can see what other people have enjoyed and knit a lot of.
And I continue to love my little ornament bin that has my socks in it every day.
I brought you your second.
I know. I can feel it now.
Yeah.
Every morning I just go pick out another pair and wearing them to work, and I don't have to like pilfer through my drawer and like, I can't find the other one.
It's so funny because, I mean, you used to wear your socks like till they were about ready to fall off your feet, and then you'd switch. So now it's every day you're like, pick out a new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's a thing. Okay. I feel like it's almost like a tasting drawer, and I'm just like opening it up and today I feel like wearing this. Whereas I used to just grab the socks that were on the top.
Right.
So last in, first out type thing.
I see.
FIFO.
Yeah.
Type thing.
I am using mine, and I like it. I do probably need to get a second one, although I'm probably running out of time if it was considered an ornament one. But the one that I found was not in the ornament section. It was in the organizer section of Target. So I don't know if it was misplaced in my particular Target.
I couldn't find them. So I looked through the Christmas at our Target, and I looked through the organizers in our Target, and then I had to go order it online, and then they had it held for me up front, even though they were obviously in stock.
So it was just one aisle over from the large divide aisle in the storage organizer area. So there's aisles that go this way, and there's aisles that go this way that are storage. It was one aisle in.
I couldn't find it. I looked now. Anyway,
it jumped out at me, almost bit my arm off, and then I was like, all right, I'll buy one. Filled it up immediately and still had some socks that were getting, needed to be washed. So I was like, I underbought in the sense that I don't, especially when I finish these 3 pairs of socks, I am not going to have room to put them in that container and only that container.
Knitter's problems.
I know. It's the problem to have, for sure.
So I finished my Diabolical Strong Arm Skinny I Love Rock and Roll. And you can probably see from the bottom of my feet, it might be a little harder to show you the back, I guess. Do that. Like this. I really am punchy. Amy's like, sit like a normal person. That they definitely pooled and striped in a similar way between the two, so I kept the gauge pretty good. They almost make like little wings when I'm looking at them, but definitely you can, it's just, skew just works well with so many types of yarn. This is kind of a thicker one, so I think this might actually almost fit your foot if you wanted to try it on. It's a thicker base compared to others, so it might, maybe not the length, but will it fit over your heel?
Length is fine too.
Cool.
They were made for me.
That was not why I had you try it on. Just saying that, like, compared to my other ones, this seems like a beefier one. So see, you just gotta go up to a bigger base and maybe
bigger base. All right.
Think looser thoughts. Since you're
do you have the
iron-proof?
Do they have the? Do you have the extra? I want to see how beefy the base is.
I do not, because this is the one that I angeled and wound off the 20 grams. Okay. So this was exactly 80 grams of yarn that I used, and I think I have like, I do.
Okay, just enough.
Sorry. I'm like telling her, no, you can't see the yarn, and here I just have a little baby ball right there.
Okay.
It's a 2-ply, so it's kind of, and I don't think she has it in her shop anymore, because I went out there and again, I was kind of in binge mode, like, ooh, I could get some more of that.
Yeah. I wonder if beefier, like,
Socks that rock.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Mm-hmm. Seems almost like the same. I've got some of that in the, it's not a obsession, it's a collection, if you're interested.
No, I have plenty.
Lots. I got my own stash.
I do. I have my own stash of lovelies that I picked out many moons ago, and I will have to go dig them out and, and knit.
So I'm loving these. They've got a nice little metallic, almost metallic feel against that black. So, yes. Skews. Ding, ding. I can't remember what number of skews this is. Right. It tells you when you go out to your project page, because it's got the little dash behind behind the name. And then I think I'm going to try to do some bigger skews and try to figure out the math just for funsies.
Oh, well, thank you.
I think I'm looking at adding an inch with the bias, so another 8 stitches. Yeah, so these birthstone skews are number 6. So that was number 5. I've done a lot.
Excuse me.
I just love it.
I have been knitting on my sock blank, and I finally got into a color. So as you can see, I got to full foot and get past the gusset and everything and then I got colors. So this is working out really well, and hopefully it'll work out that way when I knit from the other side. And there is going to be a lot of knitting that has to happen before I can be done. So these are going to be pretty tall. But they're nice and stretchy, so hopefully they continue to stay that way.
What's the stitch pattern, yo?
This is a Wendy D. Johnson, because I wanted to do the toe up with gusset. So her patterns are really good like that. This is one of her free ones off of her website. I believe it is the eyelet ribbed eyelet sock.
That would be stretchy.
It's definitely in my projects page, and it is fun and simple, and I'm enjoying it, and I forgot how much I like a toe-up gusset. I had fun constructing it. It did take me forever to get to that, when you have 3 stitches remaining, or 3 inches remaining to knit, which is the cue to start making a gusset. But I've made so many short rows and OMGs that it's like, well, it's quicker than that, so why is this so frustrating? Because you have to knit a lot further on those.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the actual creation of the gusset though, it's a lot, gussets are a lot roomier, right? So you end up knitting a lot as you're creating the gusset.
This is true. Once I got there, it slowed down a little bit.
I've been knitting toe-up gussets as well. Another spoiler alert on that upcoming design.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying knitting from the blank. I am a little concerned with the amount of knitting I'm going to have to do before it's done.
Yeah, you're going to end up with possibly knee-high.
Like way up here. But my calves are pretty large, so I'm going to keep trying it on, and then I'll have to stop eventually.
I know somebody that could help you with the calf increases as well.
I could probably figure it out myself too. Because I have them divided pretty evenly right now between the two, and I could just start popping some increases in there.
Yeah.
But I have to make sure to write them down.
So that you can do them again.
Yes, so that I can do them again. That's the problem.
That's the problem right there. Fun?
Yes, very fun. And then my other thing that I've been working on is the Skano Miss Grace.
How many bushes?
Yeah, I don't know if I can show you because I'm on a quote form right now, and so there's no way for me to pull this out completely.
So stunning.
Yes, it is a lot of fun. And then you can see the other side as well. But yeah, I believe after this one, I'm going to have 20 forms to go. And I'm getting to the point where the forms are coming a little bit more fast and furious. You know, like every other row or every row, there's going to be a form until the end, and there's going to be a lot of just back and forth knitting. But this was a lot of push. This was getting there. But I feel like when I look at the schematic and I look at where I've crossed off free pattern, so you know, if you could zoom in, you could just grab the pattern. It's free. I'm about here. So I feel like this is what I have left to do, but that's the widest part. So it feels like I'm only halfway done. And even though I've accomplished all of this.
Does it use all of the yarn? Can you look at the yarn and kind of gauge like how much you
It does use all of the yarn. So I can show you the balls right now. I have one full one here and 3 widows.
Yep. And I really like that base too. It seems like it's got a nice twist to it because you're getting a lot of pop in that garter.
Yes, it's very, very squishy, very nice. I've enjoyed knitting with it. It hasn't split at all that I can remember, so it's going well. I think that the only issue I have is I saw that some people seem to run light on the border. So the border shows a really nice thick, I don't know, it seems like a nice thick border right around the outside.
At least a good 2 inches or.
Yeah, and I saw that some finished objects had less border. And it does say knit until you're done, you know, out of yarn. On both the light color and this. So there's some rows where you can knit this until it's gone, and then you pick it up and you knit until this is gone. So I am wondering if my gauge is going to tell that I am going to run out. Just looking at their gauge, it seems like, well, it seems fairly consistent. I'm not sure. They could have a little tighter gauge in here. But it is free-form, and you do knit until you're out of yarn, so hopefully I get a decent sized border.
Maybe it was less about them running out of yarn and more about them running out of like intestinal fortitude.
That is true.
Maybe they got tired of pushing and decided for the C-section.
Yeah. They were probably like, oh my god, because it is knit. You pick up all the stitches. All of them around. I can imagine that you don't go back and forth at all and seam it up later. It's all in the round. So you're going to be knitting and then purling, and then knitting and then purling. Ugh, you know. That's,
you could do the fat squirrel trick of turning. And,
do a little wrap and turn there. I was thinking about it.
I would.
We'll see how the first 2 go. Like the first 2 rounds, like I'll do a knit and then I'll do a purl. Maybe I'll do another knit and then I'll look at it and be like, is it time to call it? Oh no, this fell out. Well, it fell out.
Too much gesticulation.
Quick, fix it. But that's all I had.
Okay. As I mentioned, these are another set of SKUs in the Two Sisters Yarn Co. It's Zombuddy's birthday. I have now memorized the pattern. So when I got to this point, normally I had to reference the pattern to know how to make the little side panel. Here I've got a finished object that I could show you without putting my feet in the air. And I just did that. I didn't need to reference the pattern.
Good.
Achievement unlocked. And yeah, these stripes are super addicting. I love them, and I don't care who knows it.
Cool.
Yeah. I like that there's 12 of them. I like that it's like it takes you a while to see where it repeats.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've gotten to the point where I have to find the intestinal fortitude on my Tiber cardigan to stick it. So I got up to the arms, and then, or the armpits, and then you cast on from the bottom up the arms. I had read Biscuit Girl on Instagram is knitting one as well, and she's actually, I think, probably already done with hers, but she said she did the sleeves multiple times because they were a little tight. So the body, I tried it on before. I had no neck hole here, and it had some positive ease, but the sleeves are definitely a little more tight. I went up to size 6. I believe the pattern had, no, size 7. No, 6. The main is knit on 5s. And it's still just a little bit tight when I don't have like another long sleeve on underneath it. So this is probably going to be another warm one where I'd end up having a tank top underneath. If it's pretty nicely there, but we put another layer under it and it gets a little tight. But there's something to be said about knitting those sleeves first. They didn't seem quite like the slog that they normally do. Because I knew that I had to get them up to here before I could join in the round. And I was super excited about getting to the yoke because I just think that the yoke is super stunning. Like, I love how it decreases in pattern. I've woven in all the ends. Amy and I had like a little like debrief on what she did with her Clayoquot and what she would do differently. And I just have to unearth my sewing machine and do it to it. Channel my inner Franklin habit.
Yes.
And remember not to twist it in the round.
Well, that'll be easier this time.
Yes. Yep. And it's a nice A-line. I don't know if I pointed that out last time I talked about it, but it just keeps getting smaller. There's no waist. There's no waist shaping as far as getting bigger. So as I was knitting these, this is what I forgot to say. A bigger needle, it still was very tight. So she has the increases all the way across the length of the arm, and I did them right away and then just knit it so it was bigger throughout, knitting it flat, because, and the way she's got it written, you can do that. She has the charts, and you just increase into the pattern every number of rows. So yeah, I don't know. It's that can be harder to understand if you're a newer knitter, but it did make it a lot easier for me that it wasn't just charted for what it was supposed to do. So I could make the sleeve bigger faster and then just keep it the same until I got to the point where I was joining in the round. And this little neck thing is just so entertaining to me.
So it fits an adult human. Huh?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, well, you steek, and so it's a V'd neck, right? So that from here, this is yours.
Right.
She told you to put markers here because I'm assuming that you pick up at a different rate on this part. So I'm guessing that ends up being like there.
Yeah, stretched up. Yeah, yep. I see it. I see it.
So it's a V-neck. Yep. But so cool that you can do that by knitting in the round, right? I'm creating a V-neck by knitting in the round and just decreasing along this line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, if a muggle saw this, they would be like, you're insane, person. Your head's never going to fit through there. It's like the little guy on Beetlejuice that's in the waiting room who had the shrunken head. Or like Beaker. On Sesame Street. But yes, color work is very addicting to me. I have a hard time putting it down.
Beaker is a Muppet.
Muppet.
Just want to point that out.
Did I say Sesame Street? Okay. Yeah. It's good to know.
Yeah, good to know.
Good to get some fact checking into the episode.
Yep.
And I wouldn't want people running around thinking that I thought he was a Sesame Street character.
Yes.
Still Jim Henson, right? Muppets. Sesame Street.
I don't know. Are the Sesame Street characters Jim Henson?
I thought so. Maybe I'm wrong. In an alternate reality inside my head, they are all the same.
Yeah.
Same. But yes, love it. It's very sheepy but soft. I could wear it next to skin. I'm probably going to end up wearing at least a tank top underneath. But Tiber cardigan. And then I've got some needle adjacent, but I don't know that I necessarily have to talk through it. I've got my Friends of Forest, the Girl Cave bags. This is another self-striping of from Highland Handmaids.
Oh yes.
These will probably be some more SKUs. It is the month of love coming up, so I kind of had that on the mind. And then I had my, how many looks does it get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? But it's got hearts, so it looks kind of Halloween-y. And then I'm knitting that design that I've been alluding to and not so couthly hiding what it is. I posted it out on Instagram, and a lot of people guessed it correctly. I'm not going to say what it was, but they did guess it correctly. There was a lot of guesses.
Yeah.
This is Vesper. It's for my daughter, and Ovs, because it's a little small. And I've always loved this colorway for Halloween. It's Love Stinks. Yeah, because I've got the blues, the reds, and the pinks.
Okay, that's twice you've done it, and I gotta correct you. You said Halloween. It's not Halloween.
Did I say Halloween? Seriously?
You said twice.
Valentine's?
Yeah, there you go.
The month of love?
Yeah.
Goodness. No. Sorry.
I know the first one slight because you said this is a Halloween bag, and I'm like, huh?
With the hearts?
Mm-hmm. With the hearts. Uh-huh.
Brain.
But then you did it again with the...
Talking too quickly about things.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. Love Stinks. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the blues, the reds, and the pinks.
Mm-hmm.
Love Stinks. Sorry. I'm sure there will be people screaming at home. It's not Halloween. But yes, she picked this out. I think it'll be a fun sock for a little girl.
Yes. Too bad it's too cold for your walkabouts.
Mm-hmm. Because I've got lots of needle adjacent socks.
Yes.
I've been walking a lot indoors.
Okay.
My walkabouts. And then I've got a sweater that I skeined up my, this could be for Valentine's Day as well.
There you go.
Gotta say it again to reiterate, Valentine's Day, not Halloween. This is Punch in Cyborg's Craft Room Targi analog base. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, I follow Dre Renee Knits on Instagram, and she was having a sale on her new white pine. She's got a, what is it called? I didn't print the first page. It's a collaboration with Brain. Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't
completely
following along
left.
with it, so I don't know.
It's not Annie Light. It's Annie. Anyway, Brain just gave me Halloween instead of Valentine's, so I've completely lost it. But it's white pine. It's a contiguous top-down sweater with some fun garter V-ing at the edge and then down the middle. I just thought it would be a nice, simple knit. And she's on my Instagram feed, and I was Instagram enabled.
No shame in that.
Bought it, skeined up the yarn. Go. Yeah, so those are needle adjacent projects, some of them Valentine's themed.
Yes.
Sorry. You shouldn't have let me continue. I would have immediately been like, Amy, it's not Valentine's Day. Or not Valentine's Day. Halloween. Goodness. Heyo.
Heyo.
Okay, so I've got some enabling here, and then
okay. Me too.
Okay. So you want to
Sure.
do yours so that you can feel all virtuous when I've got just tons to talk about?
Sure. I bought love letters for the kids in the Batman edition.
And
What
are love letters?
Yeah, it was recommended. It's a quick family game, card game. But the love letters one always confused me when people are talking about it, because it's just a matter of, like, they have numbers and they have, like, instructions, and it's very quick play, and you get little tokens. But I thought when I saw the Batman one, we're going to add that to our game collection. So if you've played it and you have love for love letters, let me know. But another Valentine's Day themed
yeah, we got one that we picked up just like randomly because it was like a Spider-Man game, and Dexter was all about Spider-Man, and like it's the funnest, quickest game. Like you just like stack up the villains on in color piles, and then if you get the Spider-Man that's that color, you win those villains. And the person who has gotten the villains, you know, and then there's wilds, and then there's one that you get all of the piles, and that person often wins. Right. It's like super fast, snappy. I mean, like it almost takes longer to shuffle the cards because you've just put them into color order than it does to play the game. And it's a super good game for, I can't tell you what it's called other than it's a Spider-Man game. But but love letters, that's not what that's like.
No, I believe it's more like this person beats this person, and you have to do what that person's card says when you discard them. And the idea is to have in your hand the highest value card at the end.
Cool.
So this is a swap partner package. It's a Hollow Yarn Pigment Navajo Ply 292 yards from Java Jenny. And so I added this to my stash. She was my secret pal.
Beautiful colors.
Yeah, it was really fun. And she gave me some other really cool goodies, but this is being added to stash right now. There's some fiber stash add, but I thought that the yarn was worth bringing on and mentioning.
For sure. That's beautiful. Yeah. That'll make a beautiful hat.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Well, obviously anything. But that's really some nice spinning. Great job, Jenny. Yeah.
So really, really, really enjoyed that swap. My swap pal is not to be spoiled, but it was Dana of Unwind, and so she already got her package. So anything you saw me gathering up and for different various things, and I maybe mentioned it was for my swappy.
And who was
Dana
that?
got it. 716 Knit did a swap in her group.
That's fun that you like actually knew of the people that gave to you and you gave to.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Didn't meet anybody new.
No, I didn't. I didn't meet anybody new, but it was fun. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, she gave us a lot of time, so it didn't feel like there was a lot of pressure to like spin like the wind and get it done. And it was more like, okay, I can leisurely spin and think about the person and these beautiful colors. And then had time to think about what the little trinkets could be, and was able to pick some up here or there when I was out and about. And
a lot of time can be good, and a lot of time can be bad. Because you can end up procrastinating.
Or forgetting, you know, like, oh yeah, I have to do that. Crap, get started. But I really enjoyed that. And then last but not least, I found a D-stash, and I told people about it on Instagram. Told them to buy things so I wouldn't, but then I ended up buying things. So, yeah, isn't that pretty? These were like the gimme, gimme, gimme now. So I got Nerd Girl yarns, which I have one Nerd Girl yarns, but this would be my second in the Walking Dead. Wait.
We got those. We've both got Hedgehog fibers and this one from 716, didn't we?
We did, yeah. And then
something about Sky.
It's got a local yarn store type of tag on it, so that's kind of cool.
That one wanted to become assimilated with mine.
Yes. And then Hedgehog fibers, of course, this lovely, lovely base that I have yet to knit because I'm just hoarding it.
Gosh, the sheep, they eat the clover.
Yes.
It's the Irish.
I love it, love it, love it. And so now that I have... So I have one that's destined to be a 2-color project. They were specifically purchased to go together and coordinate and be happy. And now I have 2 that are more like this, where they're kind of a splatter dyed, could be anything, exciting, possibilities abound. And so I'm kind of getting anxious to skein one up and start getting myself a finished object with this lovely yarn. But then,
so that one puts less pressure on the other one because now you have more.
It does. The same with the Nerve Girl. You know, like I only had the one skein before, and now I have two, so it's okay. I can move on.
Totes.
And then last but not least, the Lemonade Shop. So she made this sock blanket. It was my only Lemonade Shop yarn until now, and I have Flash Dance. So I've seen this knit up. Yeah, real fun. It's mostly purple, and then it has like a little line of pink and a little line of blue, and then it mostly purple, a little line of leaf. And so it's really cool how it shapes up. And I've seen that in a lot of her ones like this, where just one end has, you know, the dye.
Yeah. Could do something where wasn't it the like topography scarf or whatever, where you end up purling only those stitches? And
I've seen it in socks and other things. Yeah, you just, when that color change happens, you purl
until it changes back to the purple.
Yeah.
Super fun.
So she had a lot of really cool things in her shop. Or in her D-stash, I should say.
Sort of like shopping.
Yeah. She really, 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 really wanted to do the Desert Vista Dye Works club this year, and that's what the D-stash was for.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I will add some of those lovely things to my stash.
I will give you money for yarn so that you can buy more yarn.
Yes, exactly.
It's a worthy cause. Totes.
That's all I had.
Okay. I had, in addition to this lovely hero, which is one of like 20 bajillion that Corey has knit, and the Pull Me Over, Annette also said, I didn't grab it, have, I think it's a 7 circle in like our retreat colors. So beautiful. Hand spun beaded scarf, absolutely gorgeous. And then the recipients of the Year of Hito Fude, so the 12 gals that I made Hito Fudes for, got together and made me a calendar. So this year I can relive the pinup girls of 2015, have the yarn base and who it was for, and a lot of them retook pictures, so it was a really great surprise. I mean, I just know from all of the graphics work we've done for the podcast and for ZK and whatever, that this takes up a lot more time than you think. It's not just throwing pictures on a page. And so thank you to all the people that contributed new pictures and their existing pictures to surprise me, and especially thank you to Corey and Amber, who got these printed up, and then she's sending them. So everybody that's in the calendar is getting a calendar.
Nice. You get a calendar. You get a calendar.
Yes. So super awesome. This one is us with our mommy.
Yes, June. That's
Yes.
a good one.
Yes, June. Well, it is our month.
Yeah, it is.
And June is soon.
It's our Yarny wedding.
Yes. So Barb and Melanie and Carla and Sally and there's just so many. Just gorgeous. So, yeah, I was super surprised by this. The thought had crossed my mind that I should put something together. And we haven't done like a retrospective. It almost seems like in January here we should have like a giveaway with a retrospective, look back on on the projects that you did, your favorite, if you have 20 sweaters that you knit or whatever, something that you're proud of that will continue your momentum into 2016. It's a little late. Sometimes you do those at the end of the year. But I'm running a day late and a dollar short lately, so.
Well, I'm right there with you.
Yep. And then Annette also sent me this. Knitting is sort of like being a magician. You mumble to yourself while wiggling 2 sticks together, and other people have no idea how you did it. Mug. So I hadn't seen that quote, but it's kind of true. It's true. Now it almost makes me want to have like have you seen those magic wand salt and pepper shakers? So they're on a stick and it's a star, and you shake them over your food on the stick, and so it almost makes me want to have like knitting needles that have like those little star on the end, so that you can be like alakazam. And then the gift that I bought myself was the 2015 Leading Men Fiber Arts, and one of these skeins is going to be a Kiki of Yarn vs. Zombies Cash Cash Cow. So that's for a single skein of fingering weight, and I just kind of have to pick it out. But this was such a fun unboxing experience. I kind of tried to take pictures along the way and put an Instagram video out there. So much fun. So they were each individually wrapped. They each had their month on them. And it just was fun. And like me being the OCD person that I was, I had them like, yeah.
This month is my favorite.
I had them all lined up, and I meticulously took pictures of them, and then I wrote on them like January 2015, number 1. See, now you're getting the order all wrong. So this was January, and this was February, and pow! This was March. And it's like every other month was kind of a brighter color. So I'm kind of drawn to the, well, obviously, that green, and then this one was a brighter color. This is Boyhood was April.
That's a nice one.
Owen Squee was May 2015. So I'm drawn to that one. I think my absolute favorite was the last one. This Masquerade, the Complete Imagination. Oh, the colors on this. It's almost a la what is the one that Glacier. But it's got some purples and greens in there. That one is June, Venetian Sunset. This one is Mornings in the Backyard, July. The one you love, Kaleidoscope. So pretty. This one is Turkey Run, November, and then the Complete Imagination.
So it looks like October and August were the missing months.
Yep. I'm sure. Well, August was Stitches Midwest, and I don't know. October is Halloween.
Yeah.
Unlike February.
Right.
Uh-oh. If it fits, it sits.
Yeah.
It's an empty box.
It's an empty box.
What are you doing, Chad?
Nope.
Oh.
You may or may not sit.
Oh,
the suspense is killing us.
Will he sit? Will he fit? So yeah, I don't know. I think the Cash Cash Cow looks really pretty so I'm probably going to rule out this one. I think this would look really nice with my coat. I might not do the brighter colors in the Cash Cash Cow. I'm thinking about hoarding these two. So that leaves these 4. So I think this one's my best bet for the Cash Cash Cow.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of needle adjacent going on right now.
And were you thinking some of these were manly colors?
They are, yeah. Yeah. Well, one of them was like literally Boyhood. Yeah, Boyhood. But yeah. So much fun. Loved the unboxing experience. He's got the minis out there as well, which I think would be fun. Yeah. Yes. It was fun to get in the mail. They got mine. I don't know if they've got if I was one of the first to order, so they didn't have to literally dye them up, but they got mine out, and I literally opened them on my birthday. So it was like, I have 10 presents to myself here. That is literally selfish. Selfish buying, but
yes, I am looking forward to being done with the birthday barrage at the end of this month.
And then looking forward to your own.
Yes.
I did get registered for Yarn Over, so I'm in the classes, and then I'm in a morning class, and I got into the dinner. I'm taking fresh Fair Isle with oh my goodness, Mucklestone. Why can't I remember her first name? Is it MJ Mucklestone? I don't remember. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to that because I've been all about the color works lately. Cool. And you're supposed to bring a lot of different colors and play around with them in class.
Yes. I forgot to re-up my membership, so I have to
But
wait.
you said that you thought maybe it was a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Because now you'll be able to contain yourself from
the frenzy. Yeah.
From the frenzy of signing up for 2 classes.
Yes.
Maybe you'll just have like a PM one that you want to take. Or maybe the ones that you want to take will all be gone, and you'll be like, oh, I'll just hang out.
Yeah, exactly. That was my hope or thought, was like, well, maybe this is the year of just chilling. Can you go to the dinner without the classes? Okay.
I think you can just register for the dinner.
Okay.
And the keynote speaker is, again,
Meg Swanson.
Yeah, there we go, Meg Swanson. My brain was like, that cute, adorable woman that we met last year or 2 years ago. I couldn't remember her name. Yeah. So that's that. A lot of excitement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yes. You seem so.
Are you, have you absorbed any? Is your karma uplifting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Feeling better.
Okay, good. ZK, we've got the KAL details out there. We'll have possibly one more vendor added in there soonly.
Yes.
Amy and I are thinking of themes and plotting.
Lots of things are moving. The wait list is still going on. The last few folks have until Sunday to get in contact with me. There was one person that snuck off the wait list just recently, and they'll have a little bit longer to respond. So things are moving on the wait list front. So keep an eye out. One person did say, I rescued this from spam. Oh my gosh. So please, if you were in that top part of the list, please double check where you are on the list. And if you're not on there and you were positive you were on there before, check with me. I have all the details. Maybe we sent it to a fat-fingered email address and nothing bounced back, but it happens. So
people change their email addresses, and
that too. I don't.
Or they see this zombie thing in the email, and then
yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, it's the best way that we've got to get a hold of folks.
Yeah.
So
email.
Yep.
That's all I had, and yeah, we're excited. Some people are chattering about the KAL, so
yeah, people. I had mentioned. I think it was to Susan. She was like, "That's right. It's a couple of weeks earlier this year."
Yeah, so we might need to get these ideas in an email and out soonly. Soonly-ish. We're very busy people lately, so
I'm just nodding in agreement that yes, in my head it should be soon. Whether or not that comes to fruition.
There was no verbal confirmation, so it was like,
no verbal confirmation. I'm not signing on the dotted line. That is going to happen in the immediate future, but it will happen.
Yes.
In the longer term immediate future. How about that?
Okay. It didn't make sense, but okay.
The longer term immediate future. Like immediate future would be like this week.
Okay.
Longer term immediate future.
Ethereal. But you will have plenty of time.
In my mind, after the January thaw.
Oh, yes.
Least. Yeah.
Yes. We have to make it through the
Those are some
retreat.
eyes. Yes.
I'm not going to do anything significant between now and the thaw because I have 2 birthdays to deal with, plus getting ready to go. Yeah.
And a knitting event.
Yes.
To attend to.
Yes.
Yes.
And it shall all be exciting, and I will have very little planning, and I don't know, the lead up to things when you have so many things before it is kind of spoils the lead up.
Yep, and then, yeah, kind of like a wedding. When it's all over, you're like, what? All of that planning and lead up, and now it's over. But yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Uvda.